Big screen smartphone is the new trend for being good quality smartphone. Most of the flagship smartphone contains a large display. So hello guys, welcome to Everything Smartphone. Here we present 6 best big smartphone phablet with large screen. So without further ado, let's roll the intro and get started. After a long time, Motorola came with a flagship smartphone. This smartphone contains everything in top specs, all kind of 5G equipments and latest Wi-Fi, curved display and many more features. Motorola S Plus available in the market from May 2020. The phone got a 6.7-inch OLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1080 x 2340 pixels with an aspect ratio of 19.5 by 9. And it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. The Motorola S Plus has splash resistant. The Motorola S Plus has installed 7nm plus Snapdragon 865 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 650. It has 12GB of RAM with 256GB of internal storage respectively. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. Start with 108MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 8MP telephoto lens with f2.4 aperture and the 16MP ultra-wide angle lens with f2.2 aperture, and the fourth camera is TOF 3D depth sensor camera. On the front side, it has 25MP selfie camera with f2.0 aperture. Motorola S Plus operates Android 10 operating system. As for the battery, it has 5000 mAh non-removable battery with 18W fast battery charging support. Also, it supports 15W fast wireless charging. The phone is available in Smoky Sangria Thunder Grey color and it weighs about 203 grams. Vivo Next 3S 5G is available in the market from March 2020. The phone got a 6.89-inch Super AMOLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1080 x 2256 pixels. The Vivo Next 3S 5G has installed 7nm plus Snapdragon 865 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 650. It has 8GB or 12GB of RAM with 256GB of internal storage. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has triple camera setup on the back side. It has 64MP main camera with f1.8 aperture and the 13MP telephoto lens with f2.5 aperture and the 13MP ultra-wide sensor with f2.2 aperture. On the front side, it has motorized pop-up 16MP selfie camera with f2.1 aperture. Vivo Next 3S 5G operates Android 10 Fantas 10.0 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4500 mAh non-removable battery with 44W fast battery charging support. The phone available in 3 color variants, black, blue and orange, and it weighs about 219.5 grams. LG V60 ThinQ 5G is a flagship smartphone from LG with 5G support. Traditionally, a lot of attention is paid to the sound. 4 microphones, chips like voice bouquet, LG 3D sound and more. LG V60 ThinQ 5G announced in February 2020. The phone got a 6.8-inch OLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1080 x 2460 pixels. And it has under-display fingerprint unlock sensor and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. The LG V60 ThinQ 5G has IP68 rated protection against dust and water. The LG V60 ThinQ 5G has installed 7nm plus Snapdragon 865 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 650. It has 8GB of RAM with 128GB of UFS 2.1 internal storage respectively. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has triple camera setup on the back side. It has 64MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 13MP ultra-wide lens with f1.9 aperture and the 0.3MP TOF 3D f1.8 aperture depth sensor lens. Well, the back camera can shoot 8K video at 30 frames per second, 4K video at 60 frames per second, and as usual, camera features dual LED dual tone flash, HDR panorama, etc. On the front side, it has 10MP selfie camera with f1.9 aperture. LG V60 ThinQ 5G operates Android 10 operating system. As for the battery, it has 5000 mAh non-removable battery. The phone is available in 2 color variants, classy blue, classy white, and it weighs about 218 grams. Xiaomi Blackshock 3 Pro is a gaming smartphone, and this is the premium version of Xiaomi Blackshock 3. On the side, there are hardware retractable special keys for playing in landscape orientation. It is also known as the most powerful gaming smartphone currently in the market, with top-end processor, dual cooling system. On the rear panel, there are magnetic connector for charging cable with magnetic mount, which does not interfere during the game. Xiaomi Blackshock 3 Pro is available in the market from March 2020. The phone got a 7.1-inch AMOLED touchscreen display and a resolution of 1440 x 3120 pixels with an aspect ratio of 19.5:9. This display has always-on display features and 90Hz refresh rate and supports HDR10+ content. Also, it has under-display fingerprint unlock too. Xiaomi Blackshock 3 Pro has installed 7nm plus Snapdragon 865 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 650. It has 8GB or 12GB of RAM with 256GB, 512GB UFS 3.0 internal storage respectively. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has triple camera setup on the back side. It has 64MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 13MP ultra-wide lens with f2.3 aperture and a 5MP depth sensor lens with f2.2 aperture. On the front side, it has 20MP selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Xiaomi Blackshock 3 Pro operates Android 10 operating system. As for the battery, it has 5000 mAh non-removable battery with 65W super fast battery charging support. It can charge 100% in just 38 minutes. The phone is available in two color variants, Phantom Black, Armor Grey, and it weighs about 253 grams. OnePlus 8 Pro comes with coolest set of camera and beautiful resolution of screen with 120Hz display and IP68. OnePlus 8 Pro is available in the market from April 2020. The phone got a 6.78-inch Fluid AMOLED touchscreen display and resolution of 1440 x 3168 pixels, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. The OnePlus 8 Pro has IP68 rated protection against water and dust, and this is the very first phone from OnePlus which has IP68 rated protection. The OnePlus 8 Pro has installed 7nm plus Snapdragon 865 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Adreno 650. It has 8GB or 12GB of RAM with 128GB or 256GB of internal storage respectively. This phone does not have any slot for placing a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 48MP main shooter with f1.8 aperture and the 8MP telephoto lens with f2.4 aperture and the 48MP ultra-wide lens with f2.2 aperture, and the fourth camera is 5MP depth sensor lens with f2.4 aperture. On the front side, it has 16MP selfie camera with f2.5 aperture. OnePlus 8 Pro operates Android 10 Oxygen OS 10.0 operating system. As for the battery, it has 4510 mAh non-removable battery with 30W fast charging support and 30W fast wireless charging support. The phone is available in 3 color variant and it weighs about 199 grams. The largest, coolest and most expensive smartphone from the S20 line. It differs from its counterparts Galaxy S20 and Galaxy S20 Plus with more sophisticated cameras with completely indecent characteristics. While the screen and battery is slightly larger, otherwise everything is similar. Top chipset, all kind of digital bands such as IP68 waterproof, the case is glossy and slippery. Unfortunately, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack in this smartphone, and it is obvious that the most smartphone is currently does not have any 3.5mm headphone jacks, since they are promoting their wireless headphone anyway. Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G available in the market from March 2020. The phone got a 6.9-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X touchscreen display and a resolution of 1440 x 3200 pixels with an aspect ratio of 20:9. and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 6. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G has IP68 rated for protection against dust and water up to 1.5 meter for 30 minutes. The Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G has installed 7nm Exynos 990 processor for its performance with integrated powerful GPU Mali G77 MP11 for global version and another USA version available in Snapdragon 865 processor with Adreno 650 GPU. It has 12GB and 16GB of RAM with 128GB, 256GB, 512GB of internal storage respectively. The phone supports an expansion of memory up to 512GB via a microSD card. For the main camera option of this smartphone, it has quad camera setup on the back side. It has 108MP main shooter with a 1.8 aperture and the periscope 48MP telephoto lens with a 3.6 aperture and the 12MP ultra-wide lens with a 2.2 aperture, and the fourth camera is a 3D TOF 0.3MP camera with f1.0 aperture. On the front side, it has 40MP selfie camera with f2.2 aperture. Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G operates Android 10 One UI 2 operating system. As for the battery, it has 5000 mAh non-removable massive battery with 45W fast battery charging support which can charge 100% in just 58 minutes. And it also has 15W fast wireless charging capability. The phone available in two color variant, Cosmic Grey, Cosmic Black, and it weighs about 222 grams.